Hey guys, it's the Yoga Goddess Chaotic, and I just wanted to come back with additional commentary on the Ebony K Williams advice of the degrees and the Mrs. degrees and things of that nature. Because yeah, the initial reaction, the part one was literally my initial reaction, and it was real smooth, by the way, if I do say so myself. But yeah, no one is upset. This is just a discussion. And again, sometimes when we have discussions, people do feel offended, but it is what it is. And I would hate for someone to limit their growth and point of views by, wanting to stay fixed in a box. But anyways, again, like I stated before, I know that the conversation, I guess, was, or the target audience for Ebony's conversation was young Black women in college that wanted to get married. This advice and my commentary is for every other woman outside of that. And I would hate for her section of women to miss out on what every other section of women is about to get because, they want to not be open minded. I don't know, but hopefully they'll know that they are more than welcome to take in this information, whether it applies to them or not. Okay. Period. So hopefully they do, but it's up to them. Otherwise, it will be like they're missing out on like a little secret that could totally benefit them, but that's neither here nor there. And again, I'll remind you guys that be careful of the source of the information that you're taking in, and make sure that once you are, able to pinpoint the source of the information that you're taking in, make sure you're able to see, how to categorize that source of information that you're getting. You see what I'm saying? There's reliable sources, unreliable sources, who knows what kind of source. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of how I categorize things. I don't know, just an example, but you feel me? You see what I'm saying? But anyways, I wanted to also be an example of what I talk about, which is you don't have to always agree with anyone. You know what I'm saying? But as long as, even if you don't like them or don't agree with them, you can, if you are able to pick out at least one or two things that may be of value from whatever they have to say or what have you, then I feel like that's true maturity. You know what I'm saying? And again, I would not get offended by someone not agreeing with me. I'll just try to listen to their perspective and utilize that as maybe something that's opening my blind spot, so that I could grow a little bit more. And again, I'm an awareness coach and a partner selection coach and more. d-goddessuniverse.com, me, D, Yoruba Goddess K, audit. And again, so one of the things that I could definitely agree with Ebony about is, we do have a small window of fertility as women. But I think from the perspective she was speaking on, I don't agree with because presumed dwindling fertility, yeah, I don't. Because if you, listen to what I have to say, or if you are, take a partner awareness course, or, coaching course with me or what have you, or just subscribe to my YouTube or Patreon, boom, I can speak freely there. Then yeah, you'll basically be up on this. But the presumed dwindling fertility, it really doesn't matter when it comes to partner selection because they want you regardless of your fertility. Okay. But I'll touch on that a little bit later. But and also, yes, there are other communities that have been stating that, yeah, pick your partner in college, do that. Yeah, absolutely. But guess what? Those same women don't have the very best luck either. No one has the best luck. And that's why maybe, because I specialize in solutions, I'm like, okay, the information that I'm trying to, share is for all women so that we're not all frustrated with the partners that we select because we're going to know, what the partner is actually for. A lot of women don't know what marriage is actually for. They just think it's love and bubbles. And hey, it could be if that's the kind of life that you want to craft for yourself, but you have to curate your life. You know what I'm saying? And that's a better advice to give, I would state. And also, but let me stop. So yeah, I would just state, you know, that strategy, it hasn't been working either for any other community of women. It wasn't the best strategy because at the end of the day, you know what happens a couple years down the line. You know what I'm saying? So let's just kind of, you know, look for a better solution. And that's what I'm going to offer towards the end of this video. And yes, so other women in other communities utilize this strategy and have been utilizing this strategy. That's why we're so behind. And now we want to utilize that same strategy that they've been utilizing that's clearly not working because the divorce rates are still up, regardless. So this is why a lot of women, maybe 40s plus, are kind of upset. Okay. And I wouldn't want it to be like, oh, that they're scared because their pool is shrinking, so they wanna limit the younger women to their pool, which that shouldn't even be the case at all if you listen to my last the part 1. But, yeah, again, that's why a lot of these women are lost in the sauce. And again, if you're missing this type of information I'm gonna share, then every other education that you have, any other education that you have, it's gonna always feel like there's something missing. And instead of being open to what someone is saying, they wanna start picking out what they're saying is absolutely actual factual and defending themselves instead of listening to what other women are saying. Just listen. It's a discussion. You stated what you had to say. Now listen to what other women have to say, and they're gonna sit on that, and you're gonna sit on yours. And if guess what, whichever one comes out better, okay, it's up to y'all. But some women will take what you're saying, what I'm saying, what someone else is saying, and use it and apply it in the best way that suits them. You see what I'm saying? But again, that's why some women, even in their 40s, are lost in the sauce. So that's why it's very important for me to utilize this message as, a learning lesson. So again, even women past their 40s are often lost in sauce. And again, no matter your level of education, if you're in this portion of knowledge, everything else really doesn't matter. You'll just be lost in the sauce, in the matrix, just doing robotic things. You'll be wondering why does something doesn't feel right. Something's feel empty. I'm not saying that's not me. Okay, okay, I'm fully living myself, and I will hope that for you all. And if you're listening to someone that isn't living their whole self and still searching for answers, maybe that's not the best person to listen to when it comes to, you know, other portions of this conversation. Maybe certain people are, very beneficial with certain key aspects, maybe of launching the conversation, but there's certain other contributions that may take the conversation to the much needed place, and we all fit into different portions of that depending on where we are in our life stage. But yeah. So again, I want to use this as an opportunity to replay exactly what was stated, okay? Because I'm not putting any words in anybody's mouth, and I'm just addressing from my perspective the things I heard coming into my ear, okay? That I was like, oh, oh no, because I want us to understand that, okay, for instance, we agreed with her firing back at Iyanla about the whole bus driver thing. Great, snap, snap. That doesn't mean that you have us all under your spell, Missy, or, stuff. I just want it to be understood that we can agree with someone on one aspect and disagree with them on a whole nother aspect, okay? Because maybe that person isn't fully awoke or have fully, maybe they're still asleep in some aspects. That's why you have to be careful with the information you're getting, and you have to very much be aware of the source of the information and where that source is in their life at the time or what have you, if you understand what I'm saying. But yeah, so I just wanted to just go ahead and put that out there again and play what was stated. And this is just me reviewing, evaluating what was stated, and just giving exactly what came to my mind upon immediately hearing that. So that was literally, for the most part, my immediate reaction. And for the most part, it was still calm, cool, and collected. You know what I'm saying? Because we should be able to have a conversation whether we agree with each other or not. And some people that are not woke as possible or as aware as possible, they will take it as a dig. They will be offended instead of continuing to do self-reflection and self-awareness work. And I'm an awareness coach. So hey, hey, the your goddess chaotic of the dash goddessuniverse.com. I'm an awareness coach. I'm a partner selection coach. So guess what? Instead of, being offended by other people having different perspective of the things that you have stated for various reasons, you may want to continue reflecting within yourself as well as, maybe your blind spots. You know what I'm saying? Do a SWOT analysis. You know what I'm saying? It never hurts. And maybe if you're selecting better partners in your opinion, maybe, yeah, it is time to reflect on yourself. And that's why it may even benefit certain people that are trying to close their ears and pretend like they're not hearing what I'm saying. It might benefit them to actually open up their ears and listen to the next part of this message after I play it, because it will be my solution. Because guess what? I specialize in solutions. And again, your age doesn't matter as far as like once you're over 18. And even some younger people have a lot to offer as well, as far as being just conscious and aware of certain things. But anyways, you can contribute to knowledge at any age. And if people keep judging people based on their youth, and especially nowadays, the youth are so smart. They're smart. We're smart. I'm a millennial, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? I'm a millennial. I'm 33 years old. Okay. So I just look young. I have a young energy. And sometimes that's good. That's good because it can distract you all. Uh-huh. Because then it lets you show me how you really behave. Okay. And when you feel you have power. Okay. So anyways, let me play this because look, I done went off on a tangent. I mean, stop. But here we go. This is what I was initially responding to. So here we go. Live you tell. You, you, yours, yours, you. Presume. Fear mongering. Okay. So again, that when I hear it again, it's you kind of hear her fears is what it sounds like, and it may not be that. It may not be that, but that surely is what it sounded like. And then it's like, okay, let's get the younger women to stay in their pool, stay out of our pool, so maybe I have a chance with one of the men that's my age. That even if it is successful with a man my age, in another couple of years, he's likely going to be leaving me for a younger woman anyway. But anyway, so it kind of feels like stay in your pool and stay out of my pool type of thing if you look a if you listen a little bit deeper, you know what I'm saying? So sad, you know what I'm saying? But and also if the advice is for young black women that want to be partnered up, early in college or right after college, um again, I wouldn't say that to me, that's just bad advice overall as far as just not stating that, hey, maybe consider getting to know yourself. So maybe that's not, maybe you can give that advice, but also include get to know yourself so you know exactly what you want. Don't feel rushed. Don't ever feel rushed because when you make rushed and, quick decisions sometimes is not the best. You see what I'm saying? So just overall, a good advice would just have been, hey, maybe focus on yourself and develop what it is that you want. So that's one aspect. And another thing would just be that, okay, another thing that I guess I could agree with her on to an extent is yes, you can, start being a little bit mindful of your partner selection at that age. And if you do want to quickly get married, in college or what have you, then yes, but it wouldn't be from that pool. Do you understand? Again, as I stated in my last recording, in part one, I stated, okay, go at least 5 years older. If it's marriage minded that you are, go at least 5 years older in partner selection. Okay. And I stated the reasons for that in my previous video. And also, if you're considering having kids, it's again a good piece of advice would have been that having the kids is great and all, but that the partner selection is even more important. Because let's say you do hurry up, you rush, you get married when you guys are just both, because she was stating to pick a partner, a black male partner, that's in college or immediately out of college. basically the statistics show that likely you don't have all your things together by that time. You don't have the funds needed to raise a family and have kids by that time. And by the time you're done building with that man, likely the statistics are that he will be leaving you for a younger woman and or cheating and or making your nervous system shake and crackle in one form or fashion, okay? That may be an alert to you that he may not be the best partner to have a child with. But we're gonna just, brush all that aside and give the women what they want to hear. You know what I'm saying? Without considering all these things, and then kind of sort of gaslight and state, oh well, I wasn't talking to you or that group of people. I was talking to this group of people. Okay, so you want us to stand by and allow you to give terrible advice to women that look like me? No, I can't stand for that. So if you the women that totally agree with you, that's their fate to be sealed for whatever it is. I don't know what if it's to be successful. Boom, it's sealed. If it's not, boom, it's whatever. If they want to listen to her, it is what it is. But this advice right here is for women that don't mind, being open-minded and hearing what other people have to state from other perspectives because guess what? That gives you a more well-rounded perspective. And again, like I always say, I am too well-rounded to fit in a box, baby, to fit in any box. What box? Period. Okay? So don't be fear-mongered, think about things, try to think long haul about things. You know what I'm stating? Because that's how I operate. And I'm 33 years old. I have a home, I have a car, I have a business, I'm stating, and I'm, building up my brand piece by piece, you know what I'm stating, by myself, you know what I'm stating? And I'm not, backed by nobody. So I'm not being paid to say a goddamn thing, you know what I'm saying? I'm just being myself, living my life, being an example of exactly what it is that I speak about, that I write about, and things of that nature. And again, I would not try to sell you any kind of a course or anything like that. I'm just trying to be an example of women out there that look like me that may, just be, that just like to have a fun, youthful spirit about them and just want to encourage other women and bring awareness and all sorts of other things. But thank you for taking the time to listen to this. I'm sure there are other points I could make, but I just wanted to kind of, state that again, I don't have to agree, like, or whatever, anything that anyone has to say, but I can always, we have to be mature enough to have a conversation, not feel offended by people stating their opinions and not assuming things of people and their perspectives and positions like, you know, period. So I'm just gonna leave it right there. But again, please support me. Like, comment, and subscribe. Follow my YouTube, Patreon, where I can really say what I want to say, period. My Facebook and all that stuff. I post a lot of stuff just for, good energy and things of that nature, knowledge and things of that nature as well. And just a whole bunch of other stuff. It's a lot. You know what I'm saying? I want people to be able to fully be themselves because when you have to start conforming and restricting, it starts feeling like you can't breathe a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't wanna be one of the miserable Bettys. I'm just letting you know. Oh, no, and it ages you faster, okay? And it shows all on your face. So anyway, let me hush up right there. And, yeah, if you got anything out of this and want more, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, show me that you are actively listening and stop pretending that y'all not listening because I know y'all hear me. Let me stop. Alright, it's your goddess chaotic, and thank you for joining me. Bye.